No!
Oh!
It's always coming back. Oh, yeah. That is actually a good one.
That was the one.
They go in at night into his room and start like purring on his chest and like whacking his face and like try and wake him up and stroke him.
Yeah, I think even Eddie was we were walking to the next thing, he was like, what are you doing, mate?
Hello and welcome to O2 Inside Line Live. I'm Topsy Ojo. We're back in England camp as the boys continue their preparations for the Autumn Nation series, and I've got a couple of stellar guests joining me on the sofa for this show. When Ben Curry was being made, they were doing such a good job, they made him twice. Please welcome to O2 Inside Line Live, Ben and Tom Curry.
Go on, Cuzzer. Yes, Cuzzer. Double Cuzzer.
Sounds horrible when it's like they're being made. How you doing?
I didn't write that, by the way. Producer Bunks did that one. But boys, good to see you both. Thanks very much for joining us. How are you after the weekend? Of course, physically, mentally, how are you feeling?
Yeah, both probably a bit dark and a bit sore, but yeah, you get over it pretty quickly. Like you can't really rest on it. You just got to go again.
Yeah.
No, good. I think obviously we had not the result we wanted, but you know we just had a meeting then, and you know being able to reframe it and go after this week is really special. And I think you know we've got an exciting week ahead of us. So yeah, part of that, and yeah, can't wait to crack on this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously disappointing result, but big campaign coming up. Some of the breaking news post game, of course, was the retirement of Joe Marler. So great character, great player as well. Tom, you would have played and been in squad with him for many years. So any appropriate anecdotes you can share about Mr. Marler?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think this might be the final time. But I think for me, kind of everyone sees Joe, or what you see kind of, you know, social media, TikTok, Instagram, is kind of one side of him. I think for me, I managed to get to see another side. There was a time back in, I think it'd be the 21-22, and I was pretty in a weird place, and I would need to speak to someone in person. And I remember I texted Joe, I was just like, where are you? And he was in the gym. This was like a random Tuesday, like 8 p.m. And I remember coming up here and he was working away, and I don't know, we just cried it out. And I think for me, and I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but we just had such a cool moment. And I remember he was playing music obviously in the gym, and then Adele came on, and it was just like, right, we need to change over because it was too emotional. Wow. So for me, he was a huge part of my England career off the field, being able to help me. You know, he always checked in on me, and I think he's a truly special character that's going to be missed.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, Ben, you maybe not.
I don't think I could top that.
Maybe not as much time with him, but anything you can share about Joe, about the time that you did spend with him?
I think Tom's hit the nail on the head there. I think for me, it's obviously being out of the England squad and seeing obviously the social media presence, and then actually experiencing him in person. They're very two different sides to him, and yeah, the only thing I can really say is how genuine and yeah, top bloke, and definitely pleasure to be in a team with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, both of you. And Joe, congratulations on a stellar career. 95 caps. I mean, yeah, that's an incredible run, and fair play. We'll see what comes next. Still a lot of life left in you, probably continuing in the Premiership as well. Aside from Joe, a special weekend for you guys as well, of course, you know, being out on the pitch together. First set of twins representing the men's side. So talk us through the week from the moment the team was announced, the squad was announced, all the way through to the weekend, the anthem, the game. How was your week?
Yeah, it was weird because we had Girona as well, and it's kind of, you know, you got different bibs, and it's kind of, you know, it's like the green, the red, the yellow, and it's kind of like what's going on. So yeah, I think you found out first. It was kind of
how Steve did it is because even in the training on the Monday, like I didn't have a clue. Like I was in the other team, didn't swap in. So I was like, this is pretty bleak. And then just get a text, meet Steve at I think I was 6:35, but everyone who wasn't in the starting 15 gets the text message. And we kind of just sat on the stairs. One person goes past, another person goes past, and you're just waiting there, and then goes in and he's like, oh, how are you feeling? I was like, pretty nervous, to be honest. And he's like, why? I was like, well, whatever. And then he's like, well, you don't need to be like, you're on the bench this weekend. And I was just like, and I probably like zoned out for a bit after that. I was just like trying to see who I need to tell. But yeah, no, it was so surreal, and yeah, it's unbelievable. In terms of the rest of the week after that, I think it was a nice week.
Yeah, who did you tell first?
I think I went straight on the family WhatsApp group. I just said, I'm on the bench, exclamation mark. Yeah, and then just, family, friends. And everyone.
I bet. And look, we've got some images for you guys to have a look at from the weekend. So just talk us through this as well. You were well supported.
Yeah, we have been like our whole kind of career. But yeah, you can see the back of Nico's head at the start with the flat cap and the jacket, our other mates. And then, we obviously...
Yeah, he asked for a photo. Oh, Dad. That's our dad. It's not a random person. That's our dad. So the context to that.
So they were on kind of both sides of the stadium. So we kind of jumping over from one side to the other, and then we were very lucky that we got kind of, now there's 2 of us. Everything comes in 2, so we managed to get 6 on that side. And our sister and her boyfriend flew out from Jersey. They live there.
Okay.
For the game, me and my girlfriend, Lila. Parents, and then Ben and his freshly new girlfriend.
Yeah, good. Congratulations, there we are.
So she had
Instagram official.
Instagram official. Oh, that's serious.
That's the thing.
That's serious.
So we were really lucky. It was a kind of a small. That was kind of like a small gathering.
Yeah.
Usually it's cousins and everything. But nonetheless, it was really special afterwards. Obviously, result aside, just to kind of spend that quality time with the close ones was really sweet.
Yeah, I bet. And you were side by side for the anthem as well. I mean, that must have been quite emotional.
Yeah, it was, and the haka as well. I think, to be fair, it's kind of nice getting like the anthem was really emotional, and the haka was like revving you up. So it's nice to get both of that before the game.
I think we both had sound cane.
Oh yeah, well, that's what I started Rico Ioane, but it wouldn't look at me. So I was like, I'm just going to help Tom out with sound cane. Because that's the thing with the haka. You better because obviously we had Ethan Roots in the summer. And he said, the whole point is to pick someone and stare at them. Okay. So I think I started a Rico and I was like, why am I doing that? So then I saw Sam Kane staring at Tom, so I was like, I'll go after him then.
There we go, double team. Nice, I like it. Still looking after each other. Oh, that's good. And right, I'd like to know a bit about you guys as twins growing up, because of course everybody has kind of their conceptions about what life's like as a twin. So what were you two like as twins growing up playing rugby as well?
I think we were just so competitive. I think that was kind of the basis of everything, really. I remember the earliest story I have from when we were kids. I think we were on opposite teams, or probably the same team. I remember we were fighting so much. Our dad sent us to the side of the pitch, and then some guy gave us a Freddo each, and it was all fine after that. Back when they were like 10p or something. But I think for us, it's just the maturity from then on, kind of, and seeing kind of what a relationship is now. I think has been really cool. Because at the start it was very like I don't know, it's quite hard to explain. Like even garden cricket, we'd be locking each other out. One of us would probably be crying.
That was the thing. Like if you knew you were playing better than the other person, and you wanted to wind them up, you just run inside and lock them out. Like you can see, like if you were like hitting them, he couldn't get you out. You can see him slowly losing his head. You'd hit the ball to the boundary and run inside and lock them out.
Because we didn't play like 2020 cricket like it was test match. Like we weren't scoring really runs. It was just like who could stay in for like half an hour, an hour.
It was more like a mental score.
Yeah, and you could get properly riled up for that.
Yeah. Have you ever lived together?
Yeah, we still do. Yeah,
still do.
Still do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you like living together then? Is one clean, one dirty?
No, Tom's got a lot better. To be fair,
yeah.
he's got a lot better.
So he was. He used to.
Yeah, he used to be bad, and that's what annoys. So then he gets on to me about me being clean. I'm just like, I literally have 5 years of you. Not being, but no, it's a nice balance at the moment. Then we got our cousin in there at the moment as well, which is nice. But yeah, no, I think we got a good dynamic. To be fair, because he's got a dog and I've got 2 cats, so then that can get a bit. It's a full house.
It's such a touchy subject.
Yeah, it's a full household.
Wow, what's wrong with the cat?
They just stink. They're just like honestly, I wake up sometimes. Patrick, our cousin, he didn't realise. So we had a housemate in there before. And they loved our housemates. They'd go in at night into his room and start like purring on his chest and like whacking his face to like try and wake him up and stroke him. Anyway, Patrick, his first like night or two, he obviously didn't learn to close the door. We hadn't told him about make sure you close the door. And he's just woken up in the middle of the night to these cats just like whacking him on the face and like clawing him. And it's like, what is going on? But he's still in the house, so it's all
that's
good.
amazing. How would Patrick describe you two as roommates? What do you think he'd say?
To be fair, it's really bad because he literally moved in 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Like the week we went to Girona, so we actually haven't. I've lived with him 2 nights.
All right, fair enough. So, we've got a little game to play with the two of you. It's called Twintuition. You can thank our producer for that one. So a lot of people have conceptions about twins, thinking they're along the same wavelengths, they think the same, they look alike and all that. So I've got a game, think word association. So I'm going to say a word, and you guys are going to write down on a board the first word that comes into your mind. So for example, I might say picture, you might say...
I don't know why table games. I don't know why table games.
It's a table. Good.
This is going to be so...
Table frame. All right. This game should go well. So I'm going to give you each a board.
So bad.
There you go. It's all right. We've got the first one out of the way. And here we go. There is a pen each and some tissue each to give your boards a wipe down. So Twintuition is the game. I'll give you the word, you give me the first thing that comes into your mind. I'll give you 5 or so seconds to write it down, and then if you could show it to our camera out here. Middle one. We'll see how twinning you guys are, okay?
I can see it in the mirror.
You can see it. No peeking. All right, your first word is water. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there we go.
Oh my God. I did not know that was...
All right, good start, good start. Okay, all right, next word coming fast. Line.
Sorry?
Line.
Well, no.
3, 2, 1.
How annoying.
Speed.
Inside line.
I remember it.
All right.
You said first.
Still on the rugby wavelength.
It just
so
gets drilled into. Oh, that's so naughty.
love that. Fair enough. Okay, next word is gold.
Gold.
Gold. 3, 2, 1.
I don't think they're the same, are they?
Dust.
Gold
the
dust.
song, you know?
Austin. Gold member. Okay, I like what you're thinking. Okay, last one.
I'm gonna be back.
Curry.
Easy.
3, 2, 1.
Did you get?
No!
Oh! It's always curry.
That is actually a good one.
That was the one.
Oh, nice. The korma. What is your favourite curry, actually?
Korma.
Korma. It is a korma.
That was an easy one.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
Hey, guys, that was actually quite good. I think.
We proved that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, apart from the picture table.
Yeah.
Everything else was all board. Boys, thank you very much. Plenty more to
you.
come from you guys later on. Guys, for you watching at home, don't forget the England Rugby podcast O2 Inside Line is out this week. The next episode drops on Tuesday. This week is the captain, Jamie George.
It was surreal, if I'm completely honest, being asked to be captain, because like I said, it wasn't something that was ever on my radar. Quite sadly, the same day that I had that conversation with Steve was the same day that I found out that my mum had cancer. The whole period of my mum being ill, obviously I was away a lot, and there were question marks in my mind about whether the right thing to do was to be at home, but everything that I spoke to them about was that they wanted me to do this. That was a huge amount of motivation for me to then go forward and do special things with this team. It was the hardest time of my life. Obviously, things didn't go so well, and she passed away within 2 months of that. But the impact that it had on her was so significant, and I feel very lucky to have been able to have provided her with some sort of happiness in the last couple of months of her life. You're listening to the England Rugby podcast, O2 Inside Line. I'm Jamie George.
And that episode with Jamie is out on Tuesday. So make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, and YouTube Music as well, to make sure you get the latest episode. Now, we have relocated because it's cornhole time. You know the drill. 8 bags. There is your hole. Your score to beat is 2 from last week. So the standard's not very, very high. We had William, we had Finn. They struggled, but I'm suspecting we're going to get it a bit better. So imagine you're at home in the garden, lots of cameras, bossing the rules. Everything's allowed, sledging's allowed. Let's see what you got. 8 bags each, winner takes all. Loser gets the others breakfast, lunch and dinner in camp this week. There you go. Stakes are high. Who wants to go first?
Oh, that's
okay,
not
okay.
good. That's
Long,
not
long.
good.
You okay?
Short.
It's a tough weekend.
Nerves, it's the nerves, we're getting a bit tense.
I'm getting really tense now.
Who's going to be first to score? Oh, okay, a bit closer, a bit closer.
It's a very average cornhole going on right now.
It's all right, these are the warm-up bags. I think you'll get better in the second. Hey, there we go, there we go. Right. Tom scores first.
He just touched.
Oh, all right, 1-0, go.
Oh, wait.
2-0. 2-0, all right. 2-0 going
really
into
good
the
again.
final four. Okay, 2-0, Tom in the lead. Last 4 bags, here we go.
Get in the cornhole.
Oh,
It's a nice cornhole.
Oh, pressure, what pressure? Oh, stop it. It is like being back at home, isn't it?
Do this whole time.
Oh, stop it. What's that, 4-2? Oh, stop it. Oh, the streak is broken. All right, here we go. Last one each.
I don't want to like put his into the cornhole.
That's all right. I
wanna
think
put
you've
mine.
won. You've won. This is to rubber stamp it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a tight cornhole.
Because if I can get 2 in now,
he's
so I
still got 6.
well, this is
You can't get 2 in there.
This is to make it respectable.
You fit 2 in there.
Some respectable cornhole. Come on.
Oh, came up short.
There it is. There it is.
Too
So
short.
Tom takes it. The younger brother takes it. 6-2. Any words?
All the practice at home's really paying off.
Yeah, it looked like you'd been practicing behind the scenes. Ben, commiserations. You matched Finn Baxter, but yeah, better luck next time. All right, well, you guys can continue practicing. You guys are going to check out the latest episode of This Rose, our behind-the-scenes YouTube series. Here's a little snippet of the next episode.
I'd say we're not great over here, mate. I think I'd say the talent is probably ahead of us. Dommer's hit some nice shots.
Stop it.
Like, we're all sort of losing the plot a little bit. Elliot's been rubbish.
Oi.
Joe's been awful.
So who's got
and
the
so's
early
Thomas.
birdie of today, please?
I've got a birdie.
Have you?
Yeah.
When?
I shot.
birdie. Does that count? You didn't get a birdie.
I did.
When?
I did. On the 7th hole. Look at the scorecard,
Okay,
buddy.
I got a birdie also. Who else got a birdie?
Mate, you got a birdie, but you shot 52 on the phone.
Yeah, well, these things happen, don't they? It's great. You're not hitting me. Don't hit Joe. Oh God.
Joe, that's the one, buddy. So that sort of sums it up.
Fairway
Really.
and regs.
Just watch these drives, and you'll sort of get the gist. It's been awful.
Thanks, brother.
All right.
Sloppy Giuseppe!
That's a good one.
Jinxie, good. Delete that footage, Fred, please.
Fred, basically,
You can keep his
that
one.
sort of summed up the entire round.
You can keep his.
I'm playing with 3 imbeciles.
We've had some fun, haven't we?
Yeah, we have actually.
Yeah, I've laughed a lot.
On we go!
Onwards. Mate, I was alright then. Don't call me.
And that is the latest episode of This Rose dropping this week, so make sure you subscribe to the England Rugby YouTube page to catch the latest episode. Right, thank you very much for all your comments and questions for the boys as well, sent in on Instagram over the course of the day. Boys, ready for some Q&A? It's not too bad, it's not too bad. This one is from Just Izzy Novice. What's the best and worst thing about having your twin in camp? Ben, go with you first. Oh, Tom, you were going to talk.
It's probably the same point. The best thing is obviously if he does something well, hopefully it reflects on you, and it's like, oh, he can pass it quite well. Flip side, if he does something bad, then it's like you're both tarnished with the same brush. So like I remember when we were in Argentina, and it's the team run, and bear in mind the team run, obviously it's the lightest kind of exercise.
It's literally a walkthrough.
It's a walkthrough.
You're walking.
And back in the day, I think we were just practicing like forwards coming around the corner and then a bit of defence of that. Anyway, Paul Gossard, the coach, forwards coach, said, right, we're going to go light for a few, which if light for a team run means really light. Ben heard, he said, we're going to go live for a few. Anyway, Joe Launchbury comes round. And it's actually, he just takes like a light unders, and Ben just goes bang, like chops his knees away. And Joe is the nicest guy ever, and I've never seen him angry apart from when he was fuming. and we both got tarnished with that.
Yeah, I
brush.
think even Eddie was feeling. We were walking to the next thing. He was like, "What are you doing, mate?" I was like, we were 18 at the time. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Even like years later, it still gets brought up.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Genji loves to bring it up.
I never lived that one. I thought you said light, not light.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what,
literally.
but obviously no one's. I'm 18 and everyone's just, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, it's like blinkers on, just go.
All right, good. This one is from O'Kenny. Thank you, O'Kenny. Who benches the most?
Ooh, probably varies a bit, especially when obviously you were injured last year, so yours probably went up. I like to think me, but
I'd go. He's got shorter arms. It's just,
Oh, okay. There
what's
it
it
is.
called? The fulcrum or whatever it is.
backhanded compliment.
There we go. Shorter arms.
No, you got to 150.
155, yeah.
Yeah. No, quicker than me.
I forget the 5. All right, Ben takes it. There we go. Nice. Okay, from Trish64, what's your favourite hobby? And what do you do in your downtime?
I'll look after. I've got a dog, so my sausage dog. So for me, one of the best ways I think of getting out is I get to find different walks with him, and yeah, just walking around like different forests, different walks all over the place. So yeah, he's good.
Okay. Ben, any hobbies for you?
I actually don't know. No, literally.
You can't walk the cat.
Yeah, I tried walking the cats in lockdown. They hated it, so
You've got like a harness and everything
What
for
are you
him.
doing?
yeah, just coffee. I'll tell you what, I'm trying to get back into golf.
Okay.
That is one thing that I'm trying to do. I did it a few years ago, then tore my hammy, so I couldn't do it. So, but yeah, it's definitely something that I'm trying to get back into.
There's a little bit of a golf club brewing in the squad as well.
I think it's
led by
rugby,
Jamie and
it's
co.
golf, coffee, property. It's just like it's all.
We set up a business together.
Oh yeah.
With another sale player, Tom Curtis.
Okay.
And it was just like wrong. It was like property stuff, and it was just like wrong time. So we had to.
Does it still exist?
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
No.
Lesson learned. Boys, thank you so much for joining us this week. Best of luck with the preparations ahead of
very much.
Australia. Go live when it's live, go light when it's light.
Yeah.
And we will see you at the Allianz next weekend. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget the England Rugby socials are the place to be for all the content as the boys build up to that huge game against Australia in the Autumn Nations Series. We'll be back again next week where Danny Kerr will be in the hot seat. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you soon.
It will be worth it. Because we've spoken about making this a special day. Boys, but it's a special day for you as well and the person next to you. It's not just for those people. For the people at home. Whether your family are in the stands, whether they're back home, whether they're not even here anymore. Boys, it's going to be worth it. So enjoy this big. Live big. Walk out big. Beat you all the whole way through. Okay, boys? Ready to go.
Kicks again, and it's Tommy Freeman who makes it! Oh, the gap there for Freddie Stewart, and the step. England lead. How well they did. What about Ellis Genslow? And they promised a ticket of war.